Hello, welcome. I'm Taya Cohen. I'm a faculty member here at the Tepper School of Business in the area of organizational behavior and business ethics. It's a pleasure to have you all here. I've been organizing this event with my colleague, Derek Leben, who's a new faculty member here in the business ethics group. And so he's going to say a few words, and then we're going to hand it off to our other co-organizer of the event, Erika Cheung, who many of you know as the key whistleblower in the Theranos case. And since that time, she has started a nonprofit called Ethics and Entrepreneurship. So we've been working with her to host this event. Okay, Derek, thanks.
Okay. Hello and good morning, everybody. I'm Derek Leben. I'm Associate Professor of Business Ethics here at the Tepper School. And I've been so excited to work on this event, organizing it with Taya, Erika, and our other colleagues here at the ethics group. When you tell people you're a professor of business ethics, they always say the same thing, which is, isn't that a paradox? And the frustrating thing about that, besides the fact that everybody thinks they're the first person who said it, is that it's not. You can actually be a business and be responsible and respectful. And I think what I love about ethics is that it's about finding this sort of universal shared values that we all have and giving reasons for why you're doing what you're doing in your business. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing today and talking about today. We're going to see businesses, or I should say representatives, from academics, from industry, talking about the ways in which they have thought about these issues and actually had to make decisions appealing to these universal values that we all share. So let's go ahead and now welcome our colleague here, Erika Cheung from Ethics and Entrepreneurship.
All right, thank you, Taya, and thank you, Derek. They've been wonderful co-collaborators through this project, and I couldn't have done it without them. And thank you all for being here early in the morning to launch off our inaugural event. So essentially, I kind of wanted to go over, what was the genesis of the event? Why did we decide to do this and sort of run this? And so, do you have the slides that are on this? So just to give you guys a bit of background, when we were talking to a lot of the students and just generally looking at what was happening, a lot of people were talking about wanting to do meaningful work to some sort of capacity. And I think what we saw during the pandemic was people not just quitting their jobs because they didn't want to work with their employer anymore, or they had a boss they didn't want to do, or they were just sort of interested in making more money, but they were really looking for something of fulfillment to some sort of capacity. So they were looking things like, how can I make a difference to help others? How can I sort of follow my passions or interests? How do I use my talents to achieve mastery? How do I align my personal values with the work that I'm doing? Feeling a sense of belonging, all these different factors. Of course, earning enough money was on there too. But these were the kind of components that people were sort of searching for. And, I, in my own journey of sort of finding a career that I found meaningful, had stumbled upon that when I was a recent grad as well. So way back when I had graduated from UC Berkeley with my undergrad, I was really interested in sort of doing something impactful and meaningful for my career. And I had stumbled upon this company that seemed to kind of check all the boxes of things that I wanted. It provided me the opportunity to work on this new revolutionary technology, that I would be able to challenge myself and really focus on essentially, being able to provide accessible and affordable healthcare to people. And so I really had anticipated when I had gotten this first job out of college that I had, funny enough, found at a career fair that I would be working for this new innovative company for the next decade of my life, because it seemed to sort of check my boxes for what meaning was. I didn't end up working for the company for 10 years later, but 9 years later, I did sort of testify against the company in their federal criminal trial for it. And I think from this experience and numerous other experiences, it sort of highlighted meaning is very important, but it's equally as important to think about ethical responsibility in terms of the work that we choose to engage in, the people that we decide to work with, and just what are our social responsibilities to sort of the world at large. And so this was kind of the emphasis and the sort of genesis of why I created Ethics and Entrepreneurship. So it's a nonprofit where we're trying to embed ethical questioning culture and systems in startups and startup ecosystems. And as a project out of there, we really wanted to focus on what could we do for workers specifically, not just for workers in the context of preparing them for the worst case scenarios, but also taking a step back and really thinking about what are people actively working right now and how are they trying to make decisions in terms of accomplishing some sort of social change, of actually acting with ethical responsibility, and how are they accomplishing that and making decisions today to actually make that happen. Because I think it's very easy for us all in this world, or all in this room, to sort of talk about all the ways in which things are going wrong, but what are the ways in which things are going right? And not only that, how are people making decisions in those tricky moments of those dilemmas to sort of be on the right side of history. So that was really the origin of why we decided to do this event, is to really give people the experience to sort of see what are people actively working on right now? What are some good case studies to sort of give people hope amongst all of the fear and all of the issues that are going on, to sort of take that next step to sort of building the future that they want to see. So with that, thank you for being here, and we hope to have curated a good experience for you guys to really sort of explore some of these topics from a diverse set of perspectives and speakers, to really kind of immerse yourself in what are the possibilities that we could see for the future, and how are people actively sort of working on it today. So with that, it's been an absolute privilege to be hosting this at the Tepper School of Business. Sort of a bit of background, Tepper really talks about the importance of fostering ethical leadership, and in my experience, this isn't just something that they're saying, but something they're doing. So separate to this event and organizing this, I got invited to their ethics lunch series for the past 3 years. I've been working with the ethics MVP team, where they're basically giving a framework to help incorporate ethics into startup spaces. And so everything kept leading me back to CMU without even really trying. So it made it clear to me that ethical leadership wasn't just something that was talked about here, but that there was engaged faculty members that were really invested in figuring out, okay, how do we actually accomplish this? And so with that, I want to welcome Dean Isabelle, who is the 10th Dean of the Tepper School of Business, to give some opening remarks about this conference. And I'll pass over the mic to her. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Erika. Good morning, everybody. And thank you for joining us for this conference. So, as Erika said, I'm Isabelle Bajeux, and I'm the Dean of the Tepper School here. I would really like to start by giving special thanks to everyone who helped plan this forum and the career fair. I know it's been a lot of work, and it's really exciting work. So I'd like to thank, in particular, John Levinson and the CNUPA Foundation, Erika Cheung, and the non-profit Ethics in Entrepreneurship, all of the Tepper faculty members, Professors Taya Cohen, Derek Leben, Brandy Evan, and Tawan Kim. The career services and at the Tepper School and at the Heinz College, and the John Templeton Foundation. Each of you had a meaningful role in orchestrating today's event. It truly has been a collaboration between the Tepper School faculty, students, and alums, as well as with our partners and generous gift from the CNUPA Foundation and the John Templeton Foundation. So thanks so much. We're here today to discuss ethics. So many questions come to mind, and hopefully with this conference, it will help us to think deeply about them. What do ethics mean to you? to a business school, to a business student, or to a business leader. Why is ethics so important in business? For the same reasons, ethics should be an important virtue of your daily life. First, simply because it is the right thing to do. Second, it does create an environment of trust and respect, which helps to build strong relationship with customers, suppliers, employees. Third, to help protect the reputation of the business, which is essential in building customer loyalty and forming long-term relationships. Finally, it can be a way to differentiate businesses from their competitors, as customers are often willing to pay a premium for businesses that demonstrate that they value ethical practices. But it is hard. These decisions can sometimes be challenging to make. It may not be easy to take the high road, but from my own experience, navigating life and business in an ethical way is always rewarding. Plus, you get to be able to look at yourself in the mirror. I would like to share a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. that I believe captures the heart of ethics. The ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where they stand at times of challenge and controversy. At the Tepper School, we pride ourselves in prioritizing ethical practice. Ethics are at the core of our mission, at the core of our curriculum, and the research being done here. Not every business school has ethical conduct built into their courses or simply ethics professors on staff. At Tepper, we believe this is a fundamental component of a business student's education. Our mission is to create value for business and society by providing intellectual leadership, by advancing the science and practice of management, and developing ethical leaders to be agents of change for the betterment of society. A well-rounded education is about finding the right balance between analytical and behavioral skills. Leaders of tomorrow will have to leverage technology and data in a very human way. They will also need the expertise to work with a diverse group of people and expand their way of thinking. The Tepper School helps prepare future leaders to do exactly that in an ethical way. The Tepper School is built on innovation, technology, analytics, and ethics. An intelligent future isn't bright if it's not ethical. The decisions we make today, both in our personal and professional lives, have an influence on the future. It is our duty to make these sometimes difficult decisions to ensure the intelligent future is fueled with hope, promise, and integrity. Now, perhaps more than ever, ethical practices are an essential part of business and society. Employees want to support companies that are ethically responsible. Employers want to hire individuals for the same reasons. I am personally excited to see this conference happening. I had the opportunity to meet with Erika in New York City last fall, and I was literally blown away by your story, which I already knew from the media, of course, but hearing it from her is so much more powerful. Most importantly, what really stands up is Erika's courage. Taking risk, speaking up, and doing the right thing takes real guts. Thank you for being here with us, Erika. I hope you all enjoyed this forum filled with diverse speakers from industry, academia, and the public sector. Today, we start the conversation on what organizations are doing and what they can be doing to demonstrate their commitment to ethical practice, and how companies can provide employees with a sense of meaning in their work. I hope I convinced you that here at Tepper we take ethics very seriously, and I'm personally feeling very fortunate to be opening this forum today. Thank you very much.